Dear friends of SYSC offering zoology subject, I am Dr. Kokade from Sinnar College, and this is part 8 of my videos. Part 9. It is part 9 of my videos. 8 videos that we have already completed. Part 9. Part 10 I will explain after this. And in this part we are trying to study the heart of Scolioron. That means we are now towards circulatory system of the Scolioron. Circulatory system. Now in this circulatory system, the heart is a non-stop pumping organ. This non-stop pumping organ, where it is located, the heart of Scolioron, dear friends, if you consider the location, suppose this is the body of the heart, say this is rostrum, this is mouth, and this is the head region of heart, head region of the body. These are the eyes, like this, eyes. These are the gill slits. So exactly at ventral side means at this location, the heart is located at ventral side. At this location, the heart is located at ventral side. It is located therefore at a ventral side by this way. This is the heart of the Scolioron. So remember, heart of Scolioron is located at ventral side of the body. This is main thing that you have to remember always. At ventral side, completely at ventral side. Now this heart is a venous heart. The heart of Scolioron is called venous heart. This is a heart. And this heart of Scolioron, a fish, is a venous heart. Venous. Why it is called venous heart? Because it pumps only venous blood. Only venous blood. When it pumps this venous blood, it pumps the venous blood towards the gills, towards these gills. For what purpose? To mix the oxygen from the water. Oxygen is taken and it is mixed in the blood, in the gills. And therefore, for that purpose, the venous blood is pumped towards the heart. So, in this connection, as it pumps only the venous blood, it is called venous heart. This is one thing that you have to remember. In examination they ask why the heart of Scolioron is called venous heart, because it pumps only venous blood. It is also called branchial heart. Branchial. In respiratory system, I have told you that this branchial, meaning of term branchial. So the heart of Scolioron is also called as branchial heart. Why it is called branchial heart? Because it pumps the blood towards gill. So in that connection, towards gill. For what purpose? Again the purpose is same, to oxygenate the blood. So therefore, heart of Scolioron is called venous heart or branchial heart, because it pumps only venous blood, because it pumps that venous blood towards gill or oxygenation, so called branchial. Branchial in the sense, in simple language, it is gills. Gills. What it is? Gills. So called branchial heart. So you may get my point that location of heart and heart is called venous heart or branchial heart. Now what is the structure of this particular organ, which is a pumping organ? It does not purify or it does not oxygenate the blood at all. In all chordates, remember it very well. It is simply a force pump. Heart of Scolioron acts as a force pump. In all chordates, it acts as a force pump. Now this heart has a structure like this. I will draw the structure here. Heart has the structure like this. This is what ventral aorta, and this is a conus arteriosus, and this is known as ventricle like this. I will draw the diagram. Ventricle like this. and this is known as auricle, like this. This is what? A ventricle, by this way, and this is known as a sinus venosus, like this. Do you understand? Do you get my point? Do you get my point? So dear friends, this is the structure of heart. What it consisting of? It consisting of a sinus venosus. I will label here because I want that space for internal structure. So sinus venosus, what it consists of? A sinus venosus. So this chamber of heart is referred as a sinus venosus. What is this chamber? This chamber, sinus venosus, opens into a next chamber, and that chamber is called auricle. Remember, auricle. It has only single auricle. This is the thing, auricle. This is the chamber in which this auricle opens, called ventricle. It is called ventricle. And ventricle then opens into a next chamber known as a conus arteriosus. All these are Latin words. Arteriosus. Conus arteriosus. So this chamber is called conus arteriosus. So conus arteriosus because it is conical in shape. So sinus venosus like this. This is chamber sinus venosus. These are called ducts of Quiveri. What these are called? Ducts of Quiveri. I write here ducts of Quiveri because discovered by scientists Quiveri, so called ducts of Quiveri. Quiveri discovered this ducts of Quiveri, which carry the deoxygenated blood into sinus venosus. Sinus venosus opens into auricle. Auricle is single, but it is present at dorsal side of the ventricle. How it is? It is by this way. I will show you. This is suppose a ventricle like this, and this is the auricle. So the auricle is looking by this way. This is dorsal side, this is ventral side. So at dorsally of this ventricle, the auricle is present. So auricle, then sinus venosus opens into auricle. And auricle then opens into ventricle. Single ventricle is there. There are now two ventricles. The ventricle opens into conus arteriosus. So thereafter, how many chambers of heart are to the spalidon? A sinus venosus, one chamber. Second, that is auricle. Third, that is ventricle. And fourth, that is conus arteriosus. In all, there are 4 chambers. But their names are totally different. As you mind that 2 auricle, 2 ventricle. It is completely wrong. What is correct? The name of each chamber is different here. That you have to also remember. That sinus venosus, auricle, single ventricle, conus arteriosus, and then it leads into ventral aorta. This is called ventral aorta. It is a blood vessel. It is not the compartment of the heart. Now this heart is covered by, how it is protected at ventral side, being present at ventral side. It is protected by a covering, and this covering like this. This is the covering which protect the heart by this way. This is the covering of heart in this manner, like this. This is the covering of heart. So this covering of heart is called pericardial membrane. How it is? What is its name? It is called pericardial membrane. So I label here, this is a membrane, protective membrane of heart called pericardial membrane. Do you get my point? Pericardial membrane. This is called pericardial membrane. A protective membrane of heart. Every cardiac animal to its heart has such a pericardial membrane. Now pericardial membrane and heart wall itself has a space. This space cavity is called pericardial cavity. Now, how to remember these words? Pericardial cavity. Peri means surrounding and cardiac means heart. A membrane surrounding the heart is called pericardial membrane. A cavity surrounding to the heart is called pericardial. Peri means surrounding, cardial means heart. It is very easy. So pericardial cavity, a cavity surrounding to heart. Now this pericardial cavity, friends, it is filled with a fluid known as pericardial fluid. Pericardial fluid. It is filled with a pericardial fluid. It is filled with pericardial fluid. A fluid present in the space. In the space, what does it mean? So in this space, that fluid is present. What is the role of this fluid? This is the question in your mind. It is natural. It is but natural that this fluid protects the heart from external shocks. Shocks are absorbed totally in this fluid. The external shocks are absorbed in this pericardial fluid, and thus the heart inside it is well protected. In all current, this situation is there. So this is what pericardial fluid, pericardial cavity and pericardial membrane. In examination they may ask, what is pericardial membrane? Very easy, a membrane, protective membrane surrounding to the heart. Surrounding to the heart, called peri. As I told you, peri means surrounding, cardial means heart. Pericardial membrane. What is pericardial cavity? A cavity surrounding the heart. What is pericardial fluid? A fluid which absorbs the external shock filled in pericardial cavity called pericardial cavity. Pericardial fluid. So this is the matter. This is the thing that we have to know about. Then we will go further. That how the internal structure of heart is. I will draw the internal structure at side of this diagram here. So look here like this. This is what a ventral aorta. This is the structure which we know as conus arteriosus. A slight larger diagram. This is the structure known as what it is. Now you are familiar with this conical structure. This is known as ventricle. And what is this? This is known as, what is this? I will draw the matter. What is this? This is known as a auricle, which is behind this, which is dorsally to this single chamber. But as it is behind to this, means by this way, suppose this is ventricle, but ventricle is seen from this side as well as from this side. Isn't it? The auricle is looking from this side and from this side, but it is a single chamber. It is a single chamber. This is ventricle, this is auricle. Auricle is single, here it is single. This is ventricle, it is also single. But some part of it by this side and some part of it is from this side. Thus auricle is also single. Then a sinus venosus like this. Sinus venosus. Like this. Sinus venosus. And sinus venosus receives such a true duct like this. In this manner. Now, I will draw the internal structure by explaining one by one. Sinus venosus is a thin walled chamber. A very thin walled chamber. Thin walled chamber. What we can say thin walled. It is thin walled chamber. Now, where I can label shall I write this matter I will write here. So, the sinus venosus is thin walled chamber. What we have to remember? Thin wall. I label here sinus venosus. A chamber sinus venosus. Sinus venosus. Venosus. It is thin walled chamber. Very thin walled chamber. It receives two hepatic sinuses. As I told you here, two hepatic sinuses. So these are called hepatic sinuses. Means what? Hepatic sinuses. Means what? Hepatic is a term used in connection with liver. Suppose gastric, term used in connection with stomach. So hepatic is a term related to the liver. So hepatic sinuses receive the deoxygenated blood from therefore liver. So from the liver, deoxygenated blood is collected by these two hepatic sinuses. It collects the blood from therefore liver. I write here liver. Collect the blood from liver. Sinus venosus is thin word. Sinus venosus opens into auricle. Sinus venosus, suppose this is auricle. I will show you in dotted line. Horizontal chamber, auricle. And this sinus venosus like this opens into auricle like this. Opens into auricle by this. By a opening, it is known as sino-auricular opening. Why the name given so far? Sinus venosus. It is therefore sinus venosus. Sinus venosus. And as it is sinus venosus, the name is given sino-auricular opening. This is opening. It is not shown in the diagram. I will leave Arabic after all. But this opening, that sinus venosus opens into auricle. This auricle, which I have shown completed in dotted line. So therefore known as sino-auricular opening. The name is given so far. It is very easy. Which chamber opens into which chamber? Sinus venosus opens into a auricle. So the name is given. Sino means sinus venosus. Auricular means auricle. So sinus venosus opens into auricle, so called sino-auricular opening. Now we will go for next chamber. That is auricle. So sinus venosus. Then this is known as auricle. Auricle. So it opens into auricle like this. It opens into auricle. Now auricle is a thick. Auricle is a thick word chamber. I write here thick word chamber. This is auricle. This is sinus venosus. It opens into auricle by sino-auricular opening. It is thick word chamber. Now auricle is thick word and it opens into the ventricle. Now may I ask you a question that what that opening is called? An auricle opens into this compartment which is called ventricle. The ventricle. So the ventricle, the auricle opens into ventricle. As sinus venosus opens into auricle, that opening we have called sino-auricular opening. Sinus venosus opens into ventricle, that opening is called sino-ventricular opening. Sino-ventricular. Auriculo-ventricular opening. That opening is called auricular-ventricular opening. So this auricle opens into ventricle by a auriculo-ventricular opening. Auriculo means auricle. Ventricular means ventricle. Ventricular opening. Remember the name. How to remember? A auricle opens into ventricle, so called. Auricle opens into ventricle, so called auriculo-ventricular opening. That opening is also guided by valve. All the opening of course, opening of sinus venosus into auricle means sino-auricular opening is also guided by valve. Auricle opens into ventricle. This auricle opens into ventricle. It is also guided by a valve. So all these openings are guided by valve to prevent backflow of the blood. To prevent backflow, return journey of the blood. Blood should not flow back. So that valve close whenever particular chamber contract during circulation of the blood. Now ventricle, if you consider, ventricle is thick wall. Suppose this is the ventricle like this. Ventricle, I will draw here the ventricle is thick wall like this. The wall of the ventricle is thick in this manner. This is ventricle and its wall is very thick. So the ventricle is thickest. We can say thickest of all chamber. So ventricle is thickest. What do you mean? What does it mean? It means that that the wall of ventricle is thickest among sinus venosus, among wall of the auricle. The wet wall of the ventricle is more thick. So this is thin, thick, thickest. Thin, thick, thickest. The wall of ventricle is thickest of all chambers. Now, from this wall arise, it has such a compartment and a ridges as follows. Ridges and furrows. And from this ridges and furrows arise some structure, they are called chordate tendini. So I will draw here a chordate tendini also. This is next chamber, like this. So chordate tendini. From these furrows and ridges. This is called ridge, like this ridge. This is the ridge. This is also the ridge. This is also the ridge. Ridge, like this ridge. From this ridges of the ventricle arise such a minor thread, like this, like this, like this, like this. These threads, muscular threads called tendons. What they are called? Tendons or chordate tendini. Remember, chordate tendini. What is the name? Name is given chordate tendini. The name is given as chordate tendini. It is labeled as chordate tendini. Latin word tendini. What it indicates? Tendon present in chordate heart. So called chordate tendini. Where they are provided? They are provided to the two rows of wall, like this. These are two rows of semilunar wall. Where they are located? These are semilunar wall. Semilunar. These are semilunar wall. There are two rows of semilunar wall where they are present in conus arteriosus. This is the conus arteriosus. Conus arteriosus. So in this conus arteriosus, two rows of such a semilunar wall are present. To this wall, these chordate tendini are provided. For what purpose? To operate this wall, means to close and open this wall. This wall, that is semilunar wall, are operated by contraction and relaxation. Contraction and relaxation of this chordate tendini. Chordate tendini present only in chordate heart. So called chordate tendini. Tendons present in the chordate heart. Remember the thing? What do you mean by chordate tendini? In examination they ask, what do you mean by chordate tendini? Chordate tendini are muscular ligament which can contract and relax, present or arise from ridges of the ventricle and provided to semilunar wall in conus arteriosus compartment or chamber. There are two rows of this semilunar wall. And how they are arranged? They are arranged one at mid-dorsally and two at lateral side. One is mid-dorsal in position, means like this. If you consider by this way, one wall is mid-dorsal and two are at lateral side. So these three walls also we have drawn by this way, but one is slightly up, means in this position. Dorsal side, mid-dorsal side, and two are at lateral side. By this situation, these walls are present and they are operated by this chordate tendini. Conus arteriosus, a conical compartment in which this ventricle opens, it continued in front as ventral aorta. So this is ventral aorta. This is what internal structure of heart. Do you get my point? If you have any question, you may ask freely to me on my mobile number. I will write here mobile number. Shall I write? Yes, 90-110-855-60. You may ask freely on this mobile. Whatever you have question about mobile number, question about the heart of scoliogram. You may ask very freely on this mobile number, but it has time that 11:30 to 4:30 p.m. Yeah. So with this, we'll continue next video, part 10, about circulatory system known as the arterial system, next part of circulatory system. Thank you. If you have any question, you may ask very freely without any botheration. If you do not get any, if you are confused for any term or any